Okay, boys and girls, first, before we get started with this next part of the lesson, go ahead and pause the video and get your math journal if you do not already have it, so that you can write down these strategies as we're working together, okay? Alright, so hopefully you have your math journal in front of you. We're going to look at two more examples. We're going to look at 98 minus 7, and then we're also going to look at 198 minus 187, okay? To help us see and understand that the removal strategy is a better strategy to use when the two numbers are widely separated, while differencing is more efficient when the numbers are relatively close, okay? So let's look at both strategies to solve the second example, 198 minus 187. So for right now, I'm going to erase this one over here, okay? We're going to go ahead and solve this in our journals using both strategies. And then I want you to talk with a partner about which strategy was more efficient for that combination and why, okay? As you keep working with subtraction, I think you will find that the numbers themselves will help you decide which strategy is going to be more efficient. For example, if you had to solve 98 minus 7, would you want to find the distance between 98 and 7, or start at 98 and remove 7? What do you think? It would probably be more easier, right, more efficient to just remove 7. So how about if you were solving 198 minus 187? Would you want to remove or take away all 18? Or would you want to remove or take away all 187? Or do you think you would want to find the distance or difference between 187 and 198? Go ahead and try this problem in your journals right now. Try removing 187 and finding the distance between 187 and 198. And then tell us which was easier for you. Okay, so go ahead and pause the video and try to do that. Okay, so what we're going to do is look at 198 minus 187 using the difference or distance, finding the distance between these two numbers strategy. Okay, and this is what it looks like on a number line. Okay. I'm going to put 198 over here. Okay. Whoops, that's a terrible 8. Okay, so I've got my minuend here, 198, and then I've got 187, which is our subtrahend. Okay, I want to find the distance or the difference between these two numbers. So what I'm going to do is start at the subtrahend, and I'm going to hop forward until I get to the minuend. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hop 3. 187 plus 3 gets me to a nice friendly number to work with of 190. And now I'm going to add 8 from to 190 and get myself to my minuend, 198. So all I have to do is add my hops together. 8 plus 3 was 11 hops, right? So I know that the distance between 187 and 198 is 11. Okay, so that's the difference, or the finding the distance between the two number strategy. Okay, this is where you can actually use addition to solve a subtraction problem. Okay, next let's look at the removal or the takeaway strategy. Okay, so next we're going to do the same problem, 198 minus 187, only this time we're going to use the removal or takeaway strategy to solve it. We're going to use a number line again. Okay, and I'm going to write 198 over here because that's my minuend, my larger number in the subtraction problem, and I'm going to remove or take away numbers to get I'm going to jump back, take away the subtrahend this time, okay, to get to the answer, to the difference in the subtraction problem. So we're at 198. I'm going to go ahead, I know I got to hop back a total of 187. I'm just going to go ahead and hop back a nice, friendly, large number of 100. 198 minus 100 is going to leave me with 98, okay? And then I've still got to hop back 87. So I'm going to do another friendly hop back of 80. 98 minus 80 is going to give me 18. Okay, and then I still have 7 left over to remove, to take away. So I'm going to hop back 7. And that is going to give me 11, because 18 minus 7 is 11. So our answer, or our difference, is 11. Okay, so there's another way that you could solve this problem. Now what I want you to do is think about which one of those two strategies that we just did was easier for you. Was it the removal or the takeaway strategy, or the differencing strategy, where we just find out the difference between the two numbers? Go ahead, pause the video, take a minute to think about it, and maybe talk with your elbow partner about which strategy you liked best.